I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a...
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Forced out to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
11.
On second down, here's Fournette. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Cersei. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Telvin Smith, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Here's Newton now on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Fighting to stay upright. Being chased out left, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Miles Jack in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That's taken on the 25. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina ready to take the field again. And, you know, the Panthers, that big Week 1 win against Dallas, now they run into a tough one in Week 2. They're at Atlanta. You got to remember, Atlanta is both angry after their Week 1 loss, and they're well-rested.
Yeah, after playing Thursday the 6th, so it's almost a mini open week for them. Get a little bit of extra time, but they've got their own concerns trying to get their offense cranked up. I can't wait to see how this one turns out. And don't forget, Hurricane Florence hitting the East Coast. Well, that wreck preparations as well as Carolina tries to get ready.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Newton on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, looking back to last week, one interesting thing certainly was that tie between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. You know, that was the first Week 1 tie since 1971.
Yeah, I think our research told us that the Broncos and Dolphins tied 10-10. And remember, overtime was instituted by the NFL starting with the 1974 season. So this is unbelievable, those two teams tied. Cleveland was +5 in turnover margin, had their chances, and got a field goal block down the stretch that would have won the game.
Yeah, Pittsburgh had a field goal late in OT too, and they missed it wide left. Bortles now on 1st down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with the pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, it's Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. They'll run it down out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Knocking it away in coverage, Captain Mutterland. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Well, quite a few teams this past week in the NFL were playing with new quarterbacks, guys that have been in the league, but in a new uniform, and they had quite a bit of success. You noted some of them. Who'd you have down?
It's really incredible success when you think about Kirk Cousins in in Minnesota won. Case Keenum in Denver won. Alex Smith with Washington won at Arizona. Pat Mahomes, he started one game last year, but it was really a throwaway. His true debut on the road against the Chargers wins. And Tyrod, whichever way he wants it pronounced, got a tie with Cleveland. How about special category? Ryan Tannehill back with the Dolphins. He wins in their home game against Tennessee. And fear the beard, Ryan Fitzpatrick, what a monster performance on the road, beating New Orleans with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And if you guys were worried, Brady and Rodgers, still pretty good.
Yes.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Bortles. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
39, Lucy. Bunch right.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Bortles now to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. To throw is Bortles. Runs through the contact. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, we got a second here to look back to week 1. A handful of nice road wins. The biggest surprise, no doubt, CD. How about Tampa Bay winning at New Orleans?
Yeah, that was a big one because I'm not sure how many people really expected that. We looked at the schedule in preseason and thought, oh, my God, for Tampa. At New Orleans, at home for Philadelphia, home for Pittsburgh. I figured an 0-3 start. If they won one of them, it would be great. Well, they got it on Sunday, winning at New Orleans. Washington at Arizona, Cincinnati at Indianapolis, Kansas City at the Chargers. All of them had big wins in week 1. But didn't you think Chicago was going to pull it out?
Oh, that was going to be a stunner. And if Chicago and the Saints had won, some elimination pools wouldn't have had many people left.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers showed up, and poor Chicago went home with an L.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
That's rock now.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. To throw on second down is Newton. Rolling to his left. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Here's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, it's Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking long for Westbrook. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook, 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Lucy.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up any.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 22. 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a